Namaste from Goa in India. I'm here in this sweet little beach bungalow, an amazing view in front of me. And today I want to share with you a little bit about an experience that I had with the palm leaf remedies. And related to that, I would speak a little bit about how karma, our mind, emotions, and also the experiences we have in our life relate to each other. First of all, the experience I had that for the last 2 months I was traveling through India, was researching about the palm leaves, visiting many libraries, going to many temples. It was a very precious time. And at some point I was in Bangalore and I had a palm leaf reading for myself. And in that palm leaf reading it also spoke about a specific past life that I had a long time ago in India in a place called Gokarna, which is on the western coast of India. I've actually been to that place a long time, 15 years ago. And when I was in Gokarna before, I remember I had always this thought running in my head: I will never forget my time here. I will never forget my time here. Back then I was wondering, why am I thinking like that? It's not even such a special place. It was beautiful, but not that impactful. But then when I heard about the past life, it all became clear, because there was still energy, karma running inside of my being that was related to the past lives that I had in Gokarna before. So the palm leaves also spoke about that I should do certain spiritual practices, certain pujas, and then I should go to Gokarna to release the karmic imprints that I was still carrying from these previous lives. So of course I did these pujas, these practices, and then I went to Gokarna, where I also did some practices, and I felt a lot of relief. It was like as if something was taken from me. And although I could not really remember the past lives I had there, but I felt like something being lifted from me. I felt like something was being aligned, and I was coming more back into my incarnation now, coming back to Stefan in this body right here, right now. So there was definitely some release. And then what happened? I remember after that, I remembered, oh, I have a dear friend in Goa, his name is Felix. Let's go to visit him. So I went to Goa to visit my friend Felix, and I really liked it here. But also, Felix turned out to be a really very good professional body worker. That means he's not just doing massages, but he's giving deep tissue massages with an emphasis of releasing old emotions, old energies that we carry in our body. So now for the last 5 days, every day I had a 2-hour sessions with my friend Felix, and he was really deeply massaging my body. It was a lot of pain, not a comfortable massage, but a lot of pain, really going into this old stuck energy that I was carrying in my structure. And I must say, I feel such a big difference already how I'm inhabiting my own body. Now, I want to speak about the relation between karma, body, mind, and life experience. Because afterwards I realized it was not a coincidence that I was coming here now. And I realized how the palm leaf remedies are related to what was happening now. The fact that I found my friend Felix here, who is also such an amazing body worker, that was able to really deeply go into this release on a physical level through the massages, is very much related to these remedies that I just did. Because I was releasing certain karma, certain imprints, this karma also has a counterpart in our body. No, it's like the energy stuck in our body, the emotions that crystallized as tensions in our body. So karma, emotions, thoughts, and the physical body are very deeply interconnected. And often what happens is, if you do palm leaf remedies, that something will also happen on the outside. For example, if we find a certain therapist, we start a certain healing therapy, or we come to an environment where healing just naturally happens. And these are not coincidences. So when the karma is lifted from our being, of course there's already an immediate relief. But then it also needs to trickle down to all the other layers of our being. The level of the mind, that we start to think different, to the levels of emotions, that we can release emotions that are still stuck in our body, and ultimately also to the level of the body, that we even feel different in our own being. Because all of these are interrelated. First, there is the karma that creates a certain incarnation. Okay, now we're born in this body, in this family, in this country. This creates certain imprints in our mind. This creates certain experiences where certain emotions come up in our being. And then the emotions and the thought process that we have developed according to our karma will lead to certain life experiences. They will attract environments, experiences that reinforce again the imprints that we have in our mind, certain thoughts like I'm not good enough maybe, or fear, I'm afraid of that, or thinking I will never find a partner. These kind of thoughts, they come from somewhere. But these thoughts are then also creating our reality. And it's very important that we work on all the different levels, that we work on the level of karma through practices like the palm leaf remedies, for example. And then when we do this, also the environment can change in such a way that all of a sudden it's possible to work on our thoughts. Maybe we manage to meditate more, or we can work on our emotions. Maybe we find the right therapist or just a friend who's listening to us, so we can release certain emotions and a certain transformation can happen. Or on the level of the body, like what just happened to me now, maybe we find a body worker, like the experience I had now, or maybe we are in an environment where we're inspired to do more yoga, to do more workout. But all of this is interrelated. And when we do the palm leaf remedies, it can lead to certain changes on the outside that make it possible to also have a different inner experience. But the conclusion of everything I want to say is karma, thoughts, emotions, body, and what we experience in our life, the experiences we attract, are all deeply interconnected. And once we work on the level of karma, everything else might also unravel step by step. So focus on your karma, because it creates the right conditions for everything else to unfold. And I hope this little story gave you a bit of more understanding how the palm leaf remedies can impact our life. And from here, I wish you a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Namaste.